Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick of the 2008 draft, the man they call Matty Ice, quarterback Matt Ryan.
Always knew he'd be a gym rat, very cerebral player, a guy that beats you with his mind as well as his physical attributes. But the best part, poise under pressure. He knows how to bring a team back in the 4th quarter.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
They'll run it with Johnson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He was also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. Leading this crew out is their electrifying signal caller, 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time NFL MVP. You all know him, Steve Young. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Come.
To throw, Young. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw, Young. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run with Allen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down and 4, Young. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Young on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Young now. And this will be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better than it hits the ground.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jerry Rice there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Yes, indeed. Jerry Rice from Mississippi Valley State. I remember when he broke into the league, and the nickname Flash was the one he was trying to get to catch on. As it turned out, he didn't need a nickname. 197 receiving touchdowns in the NFL, added on 10 rushing, and even had a fumble recovery for a total of 208 in his career.
By far the most all-purpose touchdowns in league history. Bryant's extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Lawrence Taylor able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Goddard.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Check out, alert.
They'll run on 1st down. Allen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and inches, Young. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Young will set to throw. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's Ryan. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now Ryan. Over the middle to Beckham. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half, Young. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Hey, stand up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Allen. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing, Young. Man open, Rice. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Allen. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Down. 15, line. 15 line. 15. And ready. Shoot.
Here's Allen. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Michael Strahan there to make the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Young. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. The end result, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Ryan. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Running from the gun, Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And caught left side, Olsen. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Back onto the field now comes the wideout, Antonio Brown. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's Young on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down. Throwing again on second down. Young. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Look at me. Score. Score.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Let him go.
Now Ryan on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now it's Ryan. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Here's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high. Safety's creeping. Check 26. Snap.
They start the drive with a give to Allen. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Steve Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? The 20, 10, 5. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.